I'm not going to make this a super interesting intro, but I'm just going to say, yes, I built for 24 hours straight. Why? I don't know. I thought of this idea and I thought it'd be good. It was not good for my health, but hopefully you guys enjoy it. And if you do, please leave a like, as I was so tired, and also subscribe if you don't already. Let's get on with it. So it's quite simple. It is what it says on the tin. We're gonna build for 24 hours straight. That's right, no sleeping. There's a couple of rules. Number 1, I'm only allowed 2 mods, and those are World Edit and shaders. Number 2, I have to record every hour. Most of the footage will be time lapses, but every hour I'm gonna check in. Number 3, gotta do it in a non-flat world. I guess it's time we get started. I'm gonna be so tired by the end of this. Brand new world. Let's get going. It's 2:45. Exactly, it just ticked over. 24 hours, let's begin. So here I am at the start. This is how I look right now. Let's find out how many bags get added by the end. Let's start off by finding somewhere to build. So this ground looks kind of good. I know it kind of looks a bit bumpy and lots of holes in it and stuff, and there's a ravine in the middle of it, but it has potential. It's got this river through the middle. I'm liking it. Now, if I was to sit here for 24 hours in silence building, I think I'd have gone insane. So instead, I put some movies on my right monitor. I've actually got a list of movies that I watched, and you can kind of see what I'm starting to build here. I decided to build a cathedral, as I was going to build a town in general. You've probably seen it from the thumbnail. I hope that that's included in the thumbnail. But it's going to be interesting to see how chipper I am in the first hour. So, it doesn't really look like much for the first hour, but trust me, that's what I've been doing. This is the easy part. I've now got one of the main towers. There's going to be 2 of these, and then one big central one. Hopefully we're going to have enough space. I think I might have to edit some of the land out here. But yeah, feeling pretty good. Enjoying building it. Yes, at this point I actually was enjoying building, and I think this is probably one of the biggest things I've ever built in Minecraft. Normally I build quite small but very detailed, whereas here I was going for like huge monumentous things. And if you're wondering, yes, I'm filming this time-lapse after the 24-hour challenge is complete. You'll understand why I chose to sleep before recording it in the later clips of me. 2 hours of progress, and we are literally definitely running out of space. I mean, yeah. So let's extend this. We're gonna have to do a bit of landscaping now, but it's coming along. I'm excited. Now, one thing I would recommend is never doing this. This was a terrible idea. It basically took up 3 days of my life. I slept for 17 hours straight after this, and also it just made me feel like a bit weird. I've got a bit of a headache the next day. I feel like I'm kind of half asleep, half awake. I'm not recommending this whatsoever. I'm saying this like people are going to attempt this. No one's going to attempt this. This was such a stupid idea. Well, hour 3. How has it only been 3 hours? I feel like I've been here forever. Mega progress coming along now. I'm at the point where I kind of just want to get this done so I can move on to something else. Also, I'm not sure if I'm going to decorate the inside yet because I can't be bothered. But I got plenty of time, so I might do it anyway. I can tell you right now that I did not do that whatsoever because I just got a bit bored of this thing. Although this cathedral does look cool on the outside, on the inside it is literally just a mess of basically nothing. Although I did put some glowstone in there to light it up. Now, one thing I did enjoy from this whole experience was just being able to build something massive. I used to play Minecraft a lot just to build stuff like this, and I was really happy with how this cathedral turned out. 4 hours in, I've just peed for the first time and made a cup of tea. Still 20 hours to go. 20. Yeah, you heard right. But I feel like in this hour, we should get the outdoor of this cathedral done easily. Progress is looking good. I'm excited to expand. Oh, I'm so excited. And although I did sound a bit sarcastic there, I was actually pretty excited to try and see what I could build within this 24-hour period, because it's not often you spend 24 hours building something. I've built stuff in the past which has taken me like 40 hours to build, but not just in a row. It's sort of like something I planned out, like building my house or the Disney castle. This, however, I had a vague plan, but it was open to possibilities. Hour number 5, and the cathedral is complete on the outside. The inside is just still a mess, to be honest. Put some glowstone down though, as you can see. Added a little door in here though, and we're gonna get working on this section here, which I think we're gonna add like a little outhouse sort of thing. And it was a nice little break. However, I am trying to do stuff differently. I'm trying to build houses in a different way that I'm normally building them in. So that's why this house looks a lot different to houses that I normally build. I use this 24 hours to practice my building, to try and get better at vanilla building. So I build so much with mods that I wanted to practice with some vanilla builds for once. 6 hours in, a quarter of the way through. I've nearly finished my 3rd movie I'm watching on the side while I build, but I'm happy with it so far. And after this, we might work on some other stuff. Now, interesting fact, one of the first things that I tried to build was a big cathedral when I was first starting off with Minecraft. Back then, I didn't really have any building skills whatsoever, so it didn't turn out looking good, and I literally only finished the front half of it. So it was quite nice to try and build something like that again, and I was very happy with it and the entire thing. Taking a slight break just so I can eat. It's currently 9:45, been doing this for 7 hours already. And then after I've eaten, we're gonna get started on the front of this cathedral here. Not sure what I'm gonna do yet, but there's going to be something. And I decided to have a little courtyard with some buildings in it. At first, I added in this garden and another wall on the other side. I just wanted to make it kind of look natural around there. I don't know why I said like haunted. And then I built a load of different styles of buildings here, which look really cool, using a very similar theme for all of them. 1/3 of the way through, and we finally started building something other than the cathedral. Yes, here we have started on like sort of like a town square we're gonna have here, and then there's gonna be like a little pathway off over here, and we're gonna have a village over there somewhere. I don't know how it's gonna work. Like a little mini city. Not feeling tired yet, but I'm only 1/3 of the way through. Normally I'll only build like one thing, like a house or something like this, but what I built today was kind of like a weird sort of survival world that I built all at once within 24 hours instead of over a 4-month period or something like that, or even a 4-year period some people work on their survival worlds for. These houses aren't complete, by the way. I'm going to detail them a bit more, but we're just working on this gate thing here at the moment. Not tired just yet. So by this point it was nearly 1 AM, which is around the time I normally go to sleep every night. So from this point on, it was going to be a little bit trickier, but I thought as soon as I get over the next couple of hours, the few after that will hopefully be fine. But oh boy, I was wrong. The whole thing was quite hard. Another hour bites the dust. Can't believe we've been doing this for 10 hours already. Nearly halfway there. Oh gosh, we're going to be able to build so much stuff. Now 1:45 in the morning. I'm feeling pretty tired. Only 2 hours till you can see my face. I know everyone's looking forward to that. I've just realised I forgot to mention that every 12 hours I was going to take a little video of my face so you can see how tired I look between each 3. And I wasn't expecting too much, but I actually did end up looking quite pale and horrible towards the end of this thing. But hey, this build looks nice at least. Blimey, 11 hours. So progression is slow, but I think I need to build something other than just houses soon. I'm getting a bit bored of this, so I might have to move on to like farm over there or something. Maybe like we'll have a castle. I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go along. We're not even at halfway point yet. So you may notice my voice is getting a little bit more gravelly and like lower in pitch. I noticed this quite a lot after listening back to some of the recordings, and I noticed how I was speaking on the final day, but I built a lovely windmill here of my own design. I kind of did steal a propeller because I always struggled with that, but I really liked how this looked. 12 hours, a few bags farming, but apart from that, I'm doing okay, kind of. I'm very tired, but at least we've started building something a bit less boring now with this farm here. Guess we should just crack on. And crack on we did with one of the most satisfying time lapses of the video. Watch me place this wheat down. Oh god, that just looks lovely, doesn't it? And then I went back to work on some more houses. I was trying to make each one of these individual and different, and I think I did an okay job. I think we're on 13 hours now. That's insane. The village is coming along nicely. At this point, I was struggling with speaking, but I added in another park here, which is very nice. And I also started working on some bigger houses, sort of like in the suburbs of this place almost. I wanted to sort of have some nice small houses, then I wanted some really small houses, and then I wanted these bigger houses as well. 14 hours. Yay. Not much to say at this point. I'm getting very tired now. It's 4:45 in the morning. Why did I decide to do this? I'm not even 2/3 of the way through yet. I want to sleep. At this point, I decided not to spend the rest of the time just building houses. I was getting a bit sick of building houses, to be honest with you, but I made a nice, weird sort of looking house there. I also built this. There's some stuff in that, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember. Then I also built this sort of like brick mansion as well. It's starting to affect me now on hour 15. This has happened. I don't know why I just decided to build a big house here. More to come. Oh, it's 5:45 in the morning. So I mentioned earlier I wanted to build some smaller houses. So basically I built 2 different houses, this small one here and then a slightly bigger one. And I just copied and pasted them around to make sort of like a really small village, kind of like a Minecraft village in a way, just to try and fill out the area. Roughly 2/3 of the way through now. It's nearly 7 AM. I'm gonna get working on a castle over here. I think I'm just gonna like make a big hill here and build a castle. Probably gonna use like World Edit to sort it out. It's not until this point of the night where you realize how much energy it takes to record videos sometimes, because you need to be kind of energetic in your tone. And as you can see, I was not sounding very energetic whatsoever. But we got working on one of the bigger things in this build, and that is this massive castle here, which to be honest is a bit all over the place. 7 more hours to go until we can sleep. We've done a lot. We've been working on this for 17 hours. That's mad. Cut to more enthusiastic Joel, who's had sleep. Wow, thank you, Joel. As you can see, at this point, I was starting to lose my marbles. And I did notice, as time went on, my building got significantly worse. Towards the end, weird stuff starts to happen. And I'm also realizing now that I've kind of forgot what a lot of stuff I built in the final few hours is. So it's going to be fun to find out. 18 hours and we're 3/4 of the way through. I've nearly been awake for 24 hours in total now. Woke up at 10 AM yesterday. It's now nearly 9 AM. This castle has taken a while, which I'm glad, because I'm not sure what I'm going to do afterwards. But hey, we'll figure it out. So I actually managed to finish this castle in the next hour, although I think I kind of forgot to put any sort of courtyard in. It just sort of ends. And then we moved over to another section where we got started on our carnival. We had a little bridge over to it and got building a tent. And it's worth mentioning, halfway through this, my internet died, so I kind of ran out of movies to watch. Still no internet, and we're at the 19-hour mark. 3 more to go. Wait, that's wrong. I'm building a circus. I'm so what? Okay, let's just continue. It's hard to record videos when tired, apparently. It's quite hard to listen back to what I sounded like because I was struggling at this point. All I wanted to do was sleep, and all I could think about was sleep. I was watching like YouTube videos on my phone just to try and keep me awake, as if I just sat there in silence, I probably would have fallen asleep. Hour 20 complete, and I just looked at this color scheme. What am I doing here? What is this? I think I lost the plot a little bit, to be honest. I'm feeling very tired and a little bit ill from lack of sleep. I'm not gonna lie, at this point I was seriously struggling for ideas, like really struggling. So I finished off like a few more carnival rides here, and then moved on to a sort of little fishing hut thing with some platforms to fish off, although I forgot to put any fishing rods in it entirely, so it kind of defeats the point. These last few hours are going so slow. Only 3 left to go, and then we're done. I've completely ran out of ideas now. Really don't know what to build. Hopefully I come up with something. So I built a mine and a tower. I was really out of ideas, and honestly, these are both terrible. Like I said earlier, my building ability gradually changed as time went on, and this tower is one of the worst things I've ever built. It just doesn't look good. Hour 22. This is quite a big village, so Lizzie suggested that I added in a graveyard, so I'm going to do that now. My voice sounds a lot different to the start of the recording, I can imagine. Let's build it. If you were struggling to understand what I said that Lizzie suggested I build a graveyard, as she had woken up from sleeping at this point, and I was running out of ideas, so I asked her what to build. So I built this graveyard. It didn't take very long, so I got started on a boat as well. The final hour. Less than an hour till I can finally sleep. I've currently been awake for probably around 28 hours. I'm building a boat. The graveyard is here. I was going to put signs in all of them, but I just got lazy. So only a few of them have got signs on them, like this one. Let's finish off this time lapse. Cut to fresh and healthy time lapse, Joel. So this is the final time lapse, the 24th hour of building, and at this point I was completely out of ideas. That's meant to be a Shrek on the flag there, and I don't know why I had this idea of just building Shrek stuff, so I built another Shrek there behind who cried lava. And here is what I look like after 24 hours. Yeah, the bags are out. Oh dear, look at that. I'm gonna go sleep. I'm so excited. Oh, so excited. This sums up how I'm feeling right now. Sad, lava tears, everything hurts. There's a village over there. I've literally run out of all ideas of things to build now. We've got crying Shrek. We've got a ship. We've got a blooming cathedral. Wow, like look at, that's what I've just built, those two things there. Look how bad they are, and then look at this. Obviously, my brain works better with more sleep. I've only got about 25 minutes left, so honestly, I'm not even going to build anything else. This was the last thing that I actually tried to build, and it's just the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. And here we are, The end. 24 hours of building in one world, and this is what you get. The cathedral, obviously the first thing I built, my favourite thing. The castle's alright, bit of a mess. The windmill's awesome, and the village is pretty cool. Now, I didn't decorate any of the buildings, apart from a few, and I'm going to show you those right now. So inside Lizzie's skull here, we go down and land in some water. And we just got some chickens. That's it. I wasn't even that tired when I built that. That was just me being weird. We got the mansion here, which looks awesome. We got another big house. This is a really cool layout, I think. I forgot to mention that we did a tulip field, as I was really out of ideas. Worst tower I've ever built, and here's the mine. So you go down here, and it's sort of like a cool pattern in here. Pretty rubbish though. The castle's not terrible. It's a bit of a weird shaped castle, but I really like some of the towers on it, especially this one here. Some simple parks around as well. The windmill I'm really happy with. I think this thing looks really cool. Just like the building design on this thing. All these houses are different, as you can see. Some are single story, some are 2-story. This little village thing over here is quite a cool layout. Nothing on any of the insides of those houses. I was really going for the outside more than anything. This little town square I think looks really cool with all the different sorts of buildings here. Happy with that. And I'm really happy with the cathedral. I think it looks awesome. Just see Shrek crying in the background over there. But yeah, I'm very happy with that. I think that looks really cool. Carnival's a bit mental, to be honest. I was quite tired when I built this. I forgot that we got the chickens as the animals you'd ride on. And then in here, we've got a pit of lava. And then you just press any of these buttons and chickens come out and you get to watch them float down into the lava and die. Yeah. The fishing shack actually looks pretty cool. Quite happy with that, seeing as I was so tired. There's like gardens around the outside of the cathedral here. There's one on the other side as well, as you can see. Nice little path all the way through. Graveyard is rubbish, to be honest. This house is pretty cool looking. Kind of a weird sort of design, but pretty happy with it. Boat is terrible, to be honest. I always suck at building boats. That doesn't look like Shrek. And then we got the crying Shrek. So there you go. 24 hours of building complete. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. Please give a like, because I went through so much torture. And also subscribe if you haven't already. And I shall see you another time. Goodbye.